Hi, I'm David, and I'm a professional landscape technician. On a typical day, I use half a dozen pieces of landscaping equipment, but one tool that saves me time and eliminates a manual task is my landscape blower. It puts the finishing touches on my professional mowing job and leaves my clients' homes and their neighborhood neat and tidy. It makes sweeping walkways, driveways, patios, plus patio furniture and my clients' personal belongings quick and easy. Now, remember, when you're using a blower, the noise and dust can be disruptive to a neighborhood, so it's best to conduct your work as quickly and efficiently as possible. This video is only about 10 minutes long, so please watch as we talk about using a blower and the hazards, nuisances, and community concerns involved. This brings up the first point I'd like to make. Blowers are loud, and this could negatively impact the community. Caution and consideration should be taken when operating a blower, and be aware that communities may have some concerns regarding noise and dust from blower operation. Pay attention, and I'll see you after the video.
The primary use of a blower is to clean up the mess left on sidewalks and driveways after finishing landscape work. A blower provides an efficient way to sweep leaves, grass clippings, dirt, and debris from these hard surfaces. Hard surfaces are driveways, sidewalks, patios, parking lots, and roads. Mowers and trimmers often cover things with dust and debris. We use blowers to blow this dirt, debris, and clippings off of objects like cars, patio furniture, and window and door ledges. The backpack blower is an essential tool in leaving the customer's property neat and tidy. Before you use your leaf blower, read the operator's manual specific to your make of blower or get instruction from your supervisor. Make sure you have the correct personal protection equipment. Use the proper fuel for your blower. Is it gas, oil, or straight gas? Double check as you pour the fuel to make sure it's the correct color, even if you have checked the gas can label. After fueling, make sure the fuel cap is secured but not too tight. If you have spilled fuel, clean it up and be sure to start the blower at least 6 feet away from the fuel spill area. When refueling, especially on a hot day, be sure to loosen the fuel cap slowly to relieve pressure in the fuel tank. Starting the blower. First, assess the area. Are neighbors outside? Are people walking by? As they may be concerned about the leaf blower use. For more detailed steps on fueling and starting engines, please refer to LS training lesson called Engines and Fuel Basics. The first step in starting a blower. Determine if the engine is cold, warm, or hot. This will affect the choking or priming procedure for starting the blower. Place the blower on solid flat level ground. Adjust the throttle interlock and the choke according to the engine temperature. Check that bystanders are well clear of the general work area and the end of the air discharge nozzle. Be careful not to touch the muffler, which could be very hot. Place the blower on the ground or other flat surface waist level or below. Make sure you have a firm footing. Hold the blower with one hand on the main housing. Put your foot against the base of the blower to prevent it from slipping. Pull the starter cord firmly with your other hand and guide it back into place. Do not let it snap back. Once it has started, proceed to place the blower on your back. Do not rush. Adjust the shoulder straps as needed for comfort and mobility. Using the blower. Before you use the blower, there are some guidelines to follow. Always be considerate of bystanders and adjoining property owners. Never blow in the direction of people, pets, roads, vehicles, and buildings, and never at open doors or windows. When people approach, stop working until the people pass you by. Always be aware of who and what is around you at all times. It is easy to trip, bump, or walk into something, including traffic. You may not hear an approaching car. Remember, noise and dust can be disruptive to the neighborhood. Know and observe your local laws and regulations regarding power equipment. Your supervisor will explain the guidelines you have to follow. Use only as much throttle power as is necessary to do the job. Blowers rarely need to be used at full throttle in residential areas, except when moving large volumes of leaves. If dust is created, it should not be allowed to settle upon any nearby person or property. Pay close attention to cars. Blow dust off when done. Be sure to blow lightly, as it does not take much power to blow the dust off of objects. If you apply too much throttle power, you risk knocking things over when you do this. As well, you can cause dust concerns within the neighborhood. Blow with the prevailing wind if possible, and if you have no choice but to blow into the wind, do so cautiously, keeping in mind that you might be making a mess. The blower is not a substitute for a shovel, rake, or broom when conditions are heavy with gravel, construction debris, plaster, cement dust, dry garden soil, or excessive fertilizer. The dust can become an unacceptable nuisance, and simply send the mess and dust to somewhere else on the customer's or a neighboring property. You may need to use water from a hose or pressure washer for dusty conditions, or a broom. You should not use a blower to perform a task better suited to a tool, like a shovel, rake, or broom. For example, do not move large piles of leaves with the blower when a rake would be faster. Blower operating techniques. Operating techniques. Note the sweeping action of the person as they blow debris away from people, buildings, vehicles, etc., quickly and efficiently. Notice how blowing clippings and dirt into the lawn gets them off of the walkways, and the clippings and debris are harmlessly hidden in the lawn. The backpack blower provides the finishing touch to all the other hard work the crew has done, and is the key to leaving the property in the neat and tidy condition which the customer expects. Blow off higher, taller items first, like cars, furniture, and doors, followed by walks, patios, and driveways. Hazard awareness. There are 3 types of hazards to be aware of when operating the blower: personal hazards, bystander hazards, property hazards. Personal hazards are harm which we can cause to ourselves, including loose hair or clothing can be sucked into a blower fan. Noise. Blowers are very noisy for you and the community. We can lose our hearing without proper ear protection. Dust or grit, organic matter, or fertilizer can become airborne and get into your eyes or lungs. Tripping hazards and collisions. If your head is down and you are concentrating on the blower work, you can become distracted and trip or walk into traffic without looking first. Fuel hazards. You are carrying fuel on your back in the fuel tank and need to ensure the cap is on properly. A serious accident is very unlikely, but if the cap comes off, you might spill fuel on yourself or on the property. Bystander hazards and community concerns are those things which accidentally might harm coworkers, customers, or bystanders near our work area. Be sure to stop blowing when people or cars are passing near you. Blowers are powerful and can blow dust and debris 20 feet or more. Release the throttle on the blower and point the blower nozzle away from people when people are near. After they are safely away, you can resume blowing. In tight areas like alleys, walkway corridors, and on porches, keep the throttle down to a minimum. Otherwise, a dusty mess is likely. Keep dust down off doors, cars, windows, porches, and outdoor furniture. You are simply creating more work for yourself by covering them with dust. Noise. Be mindful of open doors and windows and the time of day. Running blowers near people without ear protection and who are not used to the blower can be very bothersome. Noise and dust can be very disruptive to residents and may create negative impressions for the industry. Special note on blowers. Many communities in North America have regulated leaf blowers to ensure responsible use. Please be responsible. Never generate noise or dust which might be a nuisance. Use good judgment. Be courteous. Use lowest throttle and never operate when the muffler is not functioning correctly. Conduct your work efficiently and in the shortest time possible to minimize community disruption. Property hazards. These are damages which you might do to property in the course of using a blower. Watch out for bumping into things. The blower is quite bulky on your back and you can bump into things, especially cars. If you blow dust and debris onto cars, people will assume it will scratch their car and are often quite concerned by this. The blower must be used to clear this debris off, not add to the mess. Other hazards to keep in mind. There is a transportation hazard. A blower can be damaged during transport. Be sure it is sitting securely before the truck leaves the job site. Leaf blockage in intake. Leaves or other debris can possibly get jammed in the fan housing. There is the possibility of theft. Keep the blower in sight or locked or out of sight of others when not in use. Never let the equipment run unattended. Double check fuel type. The wrong fuel can wreck an engine.
This concludes our lesson. If you'd like to register yours or your company name for a chance to win one of 2 blowers, you can do so by clicking the link below. For more consumer or professional landscape information, visit landscapeontario.com. Thanks to Steel Canada and Echo Canada for producing this video. This video was produced by LS Training. For a complete training system for landscape professionals, including over 40 online training videos, visit lstraining.com. Thank you.